pero me arrepiento de eso y yo confío en mi guardarito.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes, sir. The time right now is 6 o'clock, so let's call this meeting into order. If you can, let's get a prayer by Josh Hadnot, please.
All right, everybody bow your heads, please. Father, we thank you for tonight. Thank you for your many blessings that you bestow upon us, God. That you continue to bless this great and wonderful city, its staff, and each and every citizen within it, God. That everything that we do be for you and pleasing to you and your son, Jesus. In that name I pray, amen.
At this time, we're going to go ahead and canvass the votes for the election of May the 6th, 2023. We're going to read this. It says, the undersigning and the presiding officers of the canvassing authorized for this general election held on the 6th day of May 2023 in the city of Jasper, Jasper County, Texas, do hereby certify that the following is the total of all votes received by each candidate and votes received for and against each measure as shown by the precinct return. I further certify that the following votes total includes early voting, votes by precinct received under the section 87.1231 of the Texas Election Code. Candidates Mayor Randy Sayers, total votes is 244. Candidate Mayor Anderson Land totals is 459 votes, with him being the winner. District 1, Councilman Betty Jean Hawthorne, total number is 73. With District 1, Councilmember Marcus Barber, total of 119, with him being the winner. District 2, Councilmember Michael Daniels, total votes is 102. With District 2, Councilmember candidate Rodney Sample, total is 157, with him being the winner. Thank you. At this moment, we will have Judge Robert Jackson with swearing the actual officers in.
Good evening. It's always a great time when we have new folks coming into new positions, and we look forward to the good works that they're going to be able to bring with them. We're going to do this in two different sections. We're going to do the mayor, and then we're going to do the two council persons. Initially, when the mayor is done, if his daughter would come up, and then when the two council persons are to be sworn in, if their spouses would come up and join them. And then after all three have been sworn in and those matters have been handled, then we would ask all the family members and others that the representatives want to have with them. We'll have them collectively join and take pictures of each of those groups and then be able to return and start the meeting, okay? Mayor Land, would you like to come around front and be sworn, please, sir? Let's get over here. You've got it up you in the middle and on the side. All right. Would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Mayor of the City of Jasper, State of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, promised to pay,
paid, office, or promised to pay,
contributed, or promised to contribute
contributed, or promised to contribute
any money or thing of value,
any money or thing of value,
or promised any public
or
office
promised any public office
or employment
or employment
for the giving
for the giving
or withholding of a vote
or withholding of a vote
at the election
at the election
at which I was elected,
at which I was elected,
or as a reward
or as a reward
to secure my appointment
to secure my appointment
or
or
confirmation,
confirmation,
whichever the case may be.
whichever the case may be.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you so much. Marcus D. Barber and Ronnie G. Sample. Y'all come up, please. And bring your spouses or other significant one if you have one. Come on, Mom. I'll get just kind of a semicircle that they can all see you. And what we'll do, I will read these, and if I can have you insert your name in the blank, I'll say Mr. Barber first, then Mr. Campbell second, and then we'll go forward. And you'll just repeat what I have said, okay? In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I, raise your right hand. There you go. State your name. Do hereby solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office and duties of council member district number 1 of council member district number 2. Thank you. Of the state of Texas. And will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the state of Texas and of this state, so help me God. Congratulations. Raise your right hand again, and I will say aye, and then you'll say your name, and then you say your name. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, or promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute any money or thing of value, or promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election at which I was elected, or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation, whichever the case may be. So help me God. Very good. And we'll take a picture. Sign your name here. If I can have you sign your name here. present to you the two new council persons. Are there family members or friends that you would like to have up here with pictures? If you do, this would be the time to please come. We're good? Any other pictures? Anybody else need pictures of these two? All right, thank y'all. You may assume your seats.
Just keep going. Thank you, Judge Jackson. Next item on the agenda is information for council members, SRMPA information. Everything is in the binders, Denise, for everybody to read, but SRMPA information, correct? Thank you. Next, we have departmental reports. When the department heads have anything that they need to add other than what's in the binders. Okay. Next, we have public comments. We have Mr. Rodney Noiseworthy, 408 Collier Street, Jasper, Texas. Mr. Noiseworthy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would first of all like to thank the recent elected positions of Mayor Anderson Land, Councilman Michael Barber, and Ronnie Sample to your positions. Thank you. And I'd like to say to Chief Gerald Hall, thank you. Your officers did an outstanding job. Back in April, what appeared to be 3 men breaking into my neighbor's home, my cameras picked them up. Your officers were there within 2 minutes. Officer Gray, Officer Fowler, Officer Grant, and Officer Smith, and Officer Thomas. Thank you guys for catching those individuals, for breaking into the hospital, for being jolly on the spot, man. You know, we get negative reports all the time, but when someone does something good, I believe we ought to just let them know. Am I right about it?
Yes.
We ought to give the police department a hand. And for those of you that did not clap, the next time somebody, a criminal, break into your place, call another criminal, don't call the police. And to the mayor and to the council, it's time to fold up your hidden agendas and put them in your pocket. Represent the people that put y'all in those seats.
That's right.
Do the job that we assign you to do, your constituents. Listen to what we're asking of y'all. Can we do that and come together? Let's make Jasper one of the greatest, smallest cities in the world. Thank you for your time. We support you when you listen to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Noiseworthy. And the next item we have on the agenda is consider approval for the elect Mayor Pro Tem. Do we have any nominations?
I'd like to nominate the current Mayor Pro Tem.
I second. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on that?
No.
No discussion? Okay. All in favor? say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
And we have 2 ayes,
Yeah.
3 ayes?
And 3 ayes.
No, I'm just trying, I'm counting.
3.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? We have 1 no. Councilman Barber, did you vote? Aye. Aye, okay. Ayes have it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and one no. Congratulations,
Oh, thank you.
Councilman Lewis for Mayor Pro Tem. The next item we have on the agenda, consider for approval set of minutes, regular call city council meeting, April 10th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion has been made, second by Councilman I'm sorry, Councilman Holmes. I had a mistake. All in favor? Well, any questions? No questions on the meeting?
No, let's go.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, the noes? Okay, ayes have it. Passes unanimously. Item number 3 on the agenda. Consider for approval authorizing the city manager Denise Kelly and Public Works Director Greg Kelly to work with grant administrator Waxman Inc. and engineers on a new project.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any discussion?
Yes. Was this approved by the full city council, or was this approved by just one?
We're approving it now. We're approving it now.
Yeah.
Oh, we're approving it now?
Yeah, it says consider for approval. That's what we're doing now.
Just asking.
You know, I mean, like I said, I wasn't the mayor. I don't know. Ms. Denise, could you?
Let Susan Stover bring you up to date on this. This is something that we have already been started and we've had a new, development in it.
With your permission, Mayor.
Yes, yes, you may, Susan. Thank you.
Mayor and Council, Susan Stover with David J. Waxman Incorporated, the city's grant administrator. This particular update is regarding your 2016 flood grant. That's a $2 million competition grant that was awarded to the city in 2019 for 2 purposes: to look at building a detention pond north of the city to alleviate some of the flooding, and also to do some debris removal in Sandy Creek. We have completed the debris removal in Sandy Creek from Highway 96 north up to the railroad trestle successfully last year. During this time, we were also working with the engineering firm LJA out of Beaumont on the detention pond. Throughout the past 3 years, they have shifted direction and location of the pond several times for various reasons, but then we ended up on a location which is just east of the railroad track and north of Highway 63. We have been in negotiations with Crown Pine Timber to purchase that property, and we just were to the point where we were doing a final appraisal and ready to move forward. One of the things that we do is, just before we get ready to bid a project, is to have the engineer provide us with a current cost estimate, especially since 2020, the past few years, costs have gone through the roof and we need to protect you. So when we received the cost estimate, it was $4 million instead of $2 million to build the pond. So we went back to the engineering firm and asked what the primary difference was, and they said it had to do with the cost of excavating, moving the earth out there to build the pond. So we came back to them and asked that the city, that we do the minimal amount that we could to get the pond constructed and functioning, and then over time we could excavate and make a bigger pond to ultimately to the 100 acres that we wanted to do. They agreed to look at that and come back. And last Tuesday night, about 6 o'clock, I got a panicked call from the engineering firm, and they had made a grave error. They failed to check the elevation of the location of the pond, which is 78 feet higher than the level of the creek, which equates to about 8 million cubic yards of earth that would have to be moved. And that is a low end of $40 million and a high end of $200 million. So, with that being said, it is not feasible in any way, even if we had all the money on the planet, to spend that much money on this type of activity. I went to the general land office and, asked for two things. Number one, the ability to change the project. Because normally this is a competition, and when you put in a competition grant, you have to do what you put in for, or they're gonna kick you out. And in light of the fact that I have in writing that the engineering firm made this error, and it was an oversight on their part, the general land office is willing to let us do a new project. It has to still relate to flooding, and that's where we are right now. We have been given 1 extra year to make this happen. So we have to move very quickly. For that reason, the very next day, I met with the city, and we have a meeting scheduled with the engineering firm on Thursday of this week, which the mayor will attend, as well as the city manager and public works director, to work this out with this engineering firm. The reason the agenda item is here is twofold. We work for you, and we want you all to be aware of the projects that are happening every step of the way, and especially when something happens that is out of anyone's control, but it does change the course of the project. And number two, because we have to move so expeditiously, just making sure that you're good with us continuing what we normally do, which is to work with your city staff to come up with a project.
So this is a new project from, you said, from 2016?
It is the 2016 flood grant, yes, sir. It was a competition in 2019
Okay,
that the city won the competition and got the $2 million grant.
okay. What roles will the city manager and the public works director will play in establishing that project?
What they do is they come forward with the needs and concerns of the public works, the city. They know where the flooding is, they know the problems that they have, and they know where they spend money that we can do a project that would maybe stop, a maintenance having to be done. But they are always involved in each one of our planning projects because they're the most familiar.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to.
It's all part of a team discussion.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anyone else, if you have any questions for?
No.
Thank you very
much.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
your time.
All right, we have, consider approval for authorizing the city manager, Lee Kelly, and public works director, Greg Kelly, to work with the grant. We've already, motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Number 4, consider approval for variance request for Mr. David Franklin, 346 Birch Street. That be you, Mr. Chestnut?
Yes. On the permitting process, Mr. Franklin found out that part of his property line or his neighbor actually encroached over his property line with a fence and an accessory building and actually part of his residential structure. So we're asking for a 7-foot encroachment to move the house forward a little bit. That way it gives Mr. Franklin a little extra space between his neighbor's fence and the back so he can build a deck. And we checked with Public Works, everybody's good on the right-of-way utilities.
I make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve and second. In discussion. I have one question. Where is this actually physically located?
It's on the corner of Birch.
346 Birch,
346 Birch.
right across from Franklin Baptist Church.
Birch and Mayo right across from Franklin.
Oh, Birch and Mayo?
Right across from
Yes,
Franklin.
sir.
Okay.
Right there on the corner.
All right, good. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Item number 5, consider for approval, update of collection development policy for the Jasper Public Library.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion's been made and second. Any discussion on this item? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. That concludes our business for this evening. Meeting will be adjourned.
And
Thank you. Cancel